Well, hey everyone, it's a Tuesday that feels like a Monday because of the holiday yesterday. So let's talk about some sports algorithm updates. I've been getting some sporadic emails from people asking about updating algorithms and are you doing the algorithms and are you doing the subscription? The answer is no. The answer is no, I'm not. Because I'm in the middle of a lot of other things, but I am trying to just get out a raw version of stuff. And so what I'm going to talk about in this video is kind of the lazy way to update the algorithms because you can still purchase them. I'm going to set up a purchase link so you can buy the current copy on a day that I do it, like today, and you'll see why I'm doing it today and how to update it yourself going forward because I can't be responsible for everything and I can't answer a bunch of questions all day long. I just don't have the time to do it, but I do have a time to get something out and get it to you. So let's talk about football and how to do this. So if you bring in the odds from RotoWire and just paste them here and put the number of games here, you get something here. And there's a lot of other sheets to update, and I've done most of it, but I haven't updated all of the players. So you really need to go through this list to make sure that everyone's assignment of what team they're on is correct, because that affects things, and I know I just haven't had the time to go through it, so it's not perfect. But I did get a look at the upcoming week just to see, and it likes, even though we had a terrible, terrible week last week, we lost. I mean, we had Arizona, the Eagles, and the Patriots that all got destroyed. The algorithm missed every underdog and got destroyed. So, I mean, God, I'm glad I'm not charging much or sending this thing out because it got destroyed last week, but that will happen. Anyway, let's see what it says this week. Likes the Bengals again, this over the Titans decisively. Thinks they cover again, and they're an underdog because this is at home in Tennessee. So we'll see how bad we are with these road playoff teams. Tampa Bay, it likes them to beat the Rams. The GOAT beats Stafford in a 26-24 game, right along the lines of what the odds makers are saying. The Niners are supposed to beat the Packers, but in alternate score, the Packers beat the Niners in a really high-scoring game. So when you take a look at projected total points and what over-unders are, you can see we're really high up over here and down and over and below this 55, but still a high-scoring game, pretty high-scoring game with Kansas City beating Buffalo at home. So that's what it likes for NFL. Of course, you have to update an injury report and then refresh this projection pivot as injuries get updated because I don't even know who's playing in all these teams. You can glance at them like this. Let's see here. Who else is playing? Green Bay, Kansas City, the Rams, San Francisco somewhere, Tampa Bay, and Tennessee, right? So here are your, is that 8? We're missing one. Who are we missing? Las Vegas, Chargers, Indianapolis, Houston, Detroit, Denver, Cincinnati. There it is, right? So that should be 8 teams. And it is. You can see how it likes the Chiefs offense a lot. It's got positions pretty filled out. Giving Garoppolo a good rating as QB, really? Oh, Garoppolo is questionable with a shoulder, though. Uh-oh. Look at this. This is another way to look at stuff. There's a lot you can do with this, which is why I just say you want to download the file and start messing around with it and doing your own look at stuff because I'm just not going to do it. I got other stuff to do. But anyway, that's it for NFL. So that's your NFL update. Now, other sports. College basketball is pretty easy to update it in a real easy way. If you just go and you go, this is a free information too here. If you go to college basketball on RotoWire and sports betting, and you just download this thing right here. These are all the odds for the day. You can open that up, and I have this one really easily set up to at least bring some raw information in, even if it's not updated for the current day in terms of stats. You just grab that. Just paste it here. And one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at the colors over here to make sure that the spreads are correct because a lot of times they'll be incorrect. For example, you can see this is minus 6.5 because it's minus 270 here. The colors need to be, alternating. That's how you know it's right. When the colors are the same, then you know it might be wrong. Like this is probably -1. This is -4. This is -2.5. So I just go down the list whenever I do this to make sure that that is working properly. This is -12.5 probably. This is okay. This is -6.5. So we go through and do this. This is why I don't do this every day, because I just don't have time to do this for everybody to get it exactly right. And it's important to get this information correct because it affects everything else in the way that you look at stuff. Now, other things, this file, you can refresh this. This is a table that gives you current stats. You also want to grab an injury report, and you want to grab player stats, and you want to grab team stats as well. I'm not doing that right now because I'm showing you just how quick this is. So now all you do is refresh this, the pivot table and the results pivot, and you have the 19 games that are in here. And this is, sorry, more than that. You have 35 games that are in here, and here you have the list, right? So this is kind of a raw, quick way to update this. But your healths are wrong because we haven't updated the injury report yet and refreshed the injury pivot here. So there's some things that could still be done to this, but I'm not going to do them in this video. Who are our home underdogs real quick? Anybody? No home underdogs, just some away underdogs, whatever. Not worried about it. So that's college basketball. NBA, similar situation. NBA, you could just do a quick little update of NBA by going and grabbing the stats for NBA here under sports betting, and you're going to do the same thing. And this is only 2 games today. Download that sucker, open that up, right? Just copy this right here, bring that into our NBA odds compiler. And you should do other updates for injuries and all kinds of other stuff, which I'm not doing because I'm just showing you how quick you can do it if you just want to raw look at stuff. Paste as values there, bring this date down, and you got to bring this formula down for marginal score. And now when you refresh this, you have something like this, which is it likes Golden State to win this game, and is it going to cover the spread? We think yes, but there's some injuries, and we got to update these health numbers. It likes the Timberwolves over the Knicks because they're a healthier team and likes them by margin. So that's how quickly you can update NBA. All right. Then we've got NHL, which is more complicated, and I feel that I'm getting some questions about NHL, and NHL is an interesting situation. Let's get rid of NBA for a second. Let's get rid of college basketball, and let's get rid of NFL. That's our final look at NFL right there until you update injury report. Now let's go to NHL real fast. And with NHL, there's a little bit more to do, and there's some different ways to paste things in. So the odds extractor looks a little different for NHL. It's all over here, and all you have to do is you have to go to the sheet here, and you just Control A and Control C. You just copy everything and paste it right here as the text one or whatever. Then you look at how many games we have here. We have, looks like 11 games because there are 22 teams listed. So you put 11 here, and then it's kind of quick if you don't want to update all the player stats or the injuries, but you should. But if you want to, you just go here to Fantasy, and you go to Starting Goalies, and you can just Control A, Control C here as well. Paste this as right here in column U, and then you look at where the goalie's name is right here, and you press equal sign, and you go down to the first word of confirmed expected or whatever, and then paste this formula down. I know that was really fast, but that's how you do it. And we're missing a goalie for Buffalo, or this game canceled. These games might be canceled, actually. No, there's lines for that game. Who's the goalie for Buffalo? Let's look, because this is where you have to manually do some changes. Buffalo is here. It's this guy. It's a new guy, Hauser. Now I'm just going to replace, you have to replace it with this one. I'm going to replace another one of Buffalo's goaltenders with that Hauser name here. And I'm going to add, you have to add him to the matrix as well. I know we're doing some complex. This is the kind of stuff you have to go through to get the, oh, he's already in here. He's already in here. But he's not in the other one. Anyway, let's see if that works. Yep, now we've given him a rating. We've given him Uka Pene Rene's stats or something. We gave him different person stats, but we got this done. Is there, no, there's games canceled. Okay, so now we basically have a raw look at everything with goaltenders, so it'll give us a projection. You copy this and you throw it in the cube right here as values, okay? And bring the date down. And what you get is when you refresh is you get a look at today being the 18th. And I'd still be really careful about these historical streaks because I don't have a complete history. So I wouldn't even pay attention to this stuff. The pick rank you can, because I believe I changed the pick rank formula. No, I didn't. Never mind. Don't listen to me. So you end up with something like this. And this is what you want to look at. And you can see you don't have a pick rank there, but you do have adjusted power margins and scores, projected scores. So like the biggest looks like this. It really likes Florida over Calgary. It likes Dallas over Montreal. You can see, and stronger too. Like Florida's a very strong team at 78% here. Carolina, a strong team against a strong Boston team. Thinks that they'll probably stay under at like a 3-2 game, maybe 3-3. We'll see. Anyway, that's kind of how you update hockey. So people have asked about updating things. You got to look at all the algorithms right there and a quick way to do it. But you also need to do other things like update injuries. You need to update this stats sheet as well. You need to do this. And when you do this here, you also sometimes need to paste this formula down where it's this black cell right here to make sure it works. Update player stats and add people to the matrix that are new players. You need to add them and their position and everything. So that's basically how you do it, but I'll put the link up. So I'll say that you can get all today's versions because you can see that I basically got today's versions almost all done. And to focus on it for a day, I want at least $100. So what I'll do is if you want the day's versions and then the next day's version, I'll do it for $100 because I'll probably sell more than one when I do sell it. And you get all the versions that you can then try to update yourself like I've just shown. So I feel like there's a lot of value there in getting the file and learning and doing it yourself. Subscribe to RotoWire. You will need to subscribe. I pay, I think, $9.99 a month to get access to these stats so that you can download the different stats that are here. You can see you need to grab the player stats. Now we need to add the skater. We need to add the goalie. Let's get this thing current. We need to update the injuries. We need to go here to the injury report, and we need to grab that as well. It's the steps you go through and why it takes about an hour to do at least the big three of them of college basketball, NHL, and NBA. And NFL will be ending, obviously, so thank God. All right, so guys, good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning. I'm not betting them. I'm not in a state where I can bet. I haven't been betting, for the most part. I've been really good about not getting too involved with this with all the other work and stuff going on. So it's all for you guys. So enjoy. And if you want to buy copies of them, you can follow the link in the description. All right, good luck. And if you do one thing, I don't know, enjoy and learn about Microsoft Excel. All right, have fun.